Carmine here with Bedhead Fitness, and we're delivering our daily smart circuit today. So today's smart circuit is a fantastic way to take a full body workout, deliver a really strong amount of core work tied carefully to lower body and work, as well as upper back work. So in our first motion that we're going to address, we will be working with variations of a side plank, which may be accomplished from the elbow or from the hand, and I'll sort of go through how those work. We'd like to make this an active drill. So once you have the foundation of your side plank down, which when you start off, you may be just starting off with your typical elbow side plank. But we'd like to turn it into an active drill, and I'll show you how to make your progressions through that. From there, we're going to go into a series of jump squats, and primarily that's just to attack the quads and glutes and to get the heart rate accelerated. So as I frequently have reinforced with you guys, 2/3 of our lean body mass is going to fall below the belly button. That's for all people. And that means that if you are activating those larger muscle groups, you're demanding more oxygen to be sent to more muscle. And that means that your heart rate is going to elevate better, which brings in the interval approach into the workout and the cardiovascular value of your workout. So if you're one of those person who ignores everything that happens below your belly button, you're making a big mistake, and your chances of success are dwindling. So once we make it through those jump squats, and the jump squats are only if you're able to jump. And I'll show you, even as I do the jump squats, I am not trying to, it depends on what type of condition I'm trying to do. My first goal is just to elevate my heart rate and get it up into the 75th to 80th percentile. If I'm working towards if I were going towards a jiu-jitsu competition, or I'm sparring a lot or something like that, then I'd be working into much more explosive jumps and working harder at that sort of thing with more intensity. But it'll be what your joints allow. But we will work through 3 different stances in those, whether we're just squatting or we're jumping. And then in our third thing, we're going to continue with the squat movement, but we're going to involve a push press. And again, the resistance I'm going to use is moderate. It's very light for me. But we are using the 10-pound kettlebell style dumbbell that I have here. With your push press, a push press is a power movement, and it's designed to help you use your lower body and the strongest muscle groups of your body to accelerate heavy weights, so that the smaller muscle groups in the upper body are able to make the lift. Is that necessary with lighter weights? Frequently it's not, but the benefit is the same benefit that I had mentioned in the prior exercise, is that again we're engaging more muscle groups and we're demanding more blood oxygen, and that's elevating our heart rate, and that's always a goal within our workouts here. So we're going to start talking about the side plank. Your side plank, you're looking to sort of develop a nice straight line with your shoulder over your elbow, through your hips to your ankle, and then elevating from there. So that's what your elbow plank looks like. My hip isn't dipped. It's upright, and I'm in a very straight body position. The same would be true. I would look where my elbow was to place my hand, and that's how I would create my high plank. Now, once you become familiar with and comfortable with your elbow planks, you can turn it into a dynamic drill by rolling through your elbow plank. So here I am on my right elbow, and my elbow plank, I roll through my hip, and I press up into my other elbow plank. So if I start to create this with a certain amount of speed, my heart rate is elevating. I'm going to use the high plank using the lengthened arm, and I'm going to use a push-up in between to make it more appropriate for my fitness level. So this would be on the higher side, or one of the more difficult modifications of this exercise, perhaps the most difficult. If you guys are out in the business out there who know a tougher modification, please put it in the comment section. So what I'm going to do is I have my feet together, I'm going to fall into my push-up, and I'm going to tilt into my side plank. So push-up, side plank, push-up, side plank, alternating. I don't really have room to over-rotate here, or I'll destroy a great TV. So that gives you a flavor of that motion there. My heart rate has elevated. My chest, anterior delts, triceps all have been worked. And I'm working from a plank position. So both my rectus abdominis, side waist, obliques, transverse abdominals, all of those have been affected as well. In our jump squat segment, and I'll have to back up here, I'm going to be jumping from a parallel stance, like parallel skiing, a shoulder width stance, and then a wide stance. Within all of those squats, I will be using the same principle in that when I sit, my chest will remain high, my lower back will remain engaged, and my heels will be where I drive my body. So, if you were going to do this as a squat drill, you're starting parallel. My doggy has joined the party. We're sitting in our squats in the narrow position. We'd widen out to shoulder width. Same thing. Chest is high. And then I come out almost to a sumo or a plie. Why do we work through the three different positions? Each are affecting different stabilizing muscle groups and testing flexibility in a different way. So it is good to work through the three different ranges of motion. So I'm going to turn it into a jump. As I said, I'm not trying to jump through the ceiling. There are times that I might be turning it up to that intensity, but not for today. And I'm just going to work through 20-20-20 with small jumps. So with the narrow stance, I'm opening up to a medium stance. I have a golden doodle who doesn't understand what's going on, and a wide stance. So, both the exercise instruction and the gratuitous dog butt shots are all free. So, as you could see, or hopefully you could see well enough, I was traveling through 3 different ranges of motion, starting with my feet together, shoulder width, and then out in a plie position. So last I'm going to work into a push press. I'm going to do a single-sided push press. So if I hold resistance on one side of my body, and I'm not framing, I'm not holding myself on the other side, then the weight would tend to pull me off center. It would try and rotate my spine, make it rock one way or the other. If you are active with your posture, and we always want to be active with our posture, your core is engaged to have an imbalanced press. That's why I do a lot of single-sided work, in order to keep the core engaged on one side and then the other. So again, we're going to take that kettlebell, come back to our medium squat, sit in, accelerate, and press. And the same on the other side. Elbows rotated out, chest and shoulders are high, sitting and pressing. Dusty. Sit. Good. We kept that to 12 reps on each side. That can be accomplished without resistance with just squats. I would suggest using a light dumbbell at least to start with. If your fitness is improving, I would try to get to resistance where you actually feel like you need the acceleration of the lower body in order to finish the press. So, believe it or not, I'm usually up early enough that I beat this guy, but not this morning. So I'm sorry that the workout may not have been as clear as usual, but that's part of trying to accomplish it when I accomplish it. So from Dusty and Carmine, this is Bedhead Fitness checking out. Please subscribe, like, and please hit the comment section with any questions or any comments you have about our fitness approach, about your own personal story, and any perhaps struggles or challenges that you're having within your fitness. And other than that, have a fantastic fitness day.